proved too much for the car, and McGlashan had to call it off.
Rosco, are you okay?
Yeah, no worries, mate. Sorry, we lost it off the line there, mate.
Okay?
Yeah, I lost it off the line. Sorry, mate.
You got sideways?
Yeah.
The wind appeared to be running straight down the course, and I thought, well, it's not a problem, be right behind us. When we got down that end, it was actually running virtually nearly side onto us. And the crew were definitely not happy about doing the run in the car, but I thought, well, geez, if we just get the thing up and running and come back, get a bit of speed up coming this way, it shouldn't affect us, but I proved wrong.
You want to get out and have a go?
Yeah.
What does it look like, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
Time was running out. The wind which blew him off course was also blowing up a storm. A huge front was coming from the south.
Rosco, it's Mike. We're all ready for a start, mate. I'm handing you over to Pete.
Thank you.
It was December the 13th. Rosco McGlashan is a superstitious man. He only wears black underpants when he's doing a run. The barrel at the 13-kilometre mark is numbered 73. But despite this, at 13 minutes past the 13th hour on this unlucky day, a day on which McGlashan said he wouldn't drive, Rosco McGlashan climbed back into the cockpit of Aussie Invader 2 for another run. It almost proved fatal.
Thanks, mate. That's good. Done.
The continual snaking of the car because of the bad wheel design had caused the bearings to burn out. The result was near disaster. At 600 kilometres an hour, McGlashan lost control. The car began to slide sideways and head straight for the cameras. McGlashan and the camera crew were only saved by the parachutes which kept the car straight, preventing it from going into a deadly spin.
A little bit out of line down there, but we're all right, mate. We're good.
Oh, well, I never really wanted to run the car at all on the 13th. Yeah, I preferred not to run today at all, that's for sure.
It just seems that everything has been really out here to test us out.
That night, McGlashan and his crew worked feverishly. The plan, to swap another back wheel to the front. But Lady Luck hadn't finished with the Aussie Invader team just yet.
I've never seen a situation like it. We were standing out in the middle of a lake with a big bushfire on one side, started by lightning, and lightning zapping all the way around us and raining everywhere.
The next morning, the whole lake was awash. They had no alternative but to pack up and go home. But not to be beaten, Rosco McGlashan and his team would return within 3 months for another attempt at becoming the world's fastest man. Rosco McGlashan began his encounter with speed while he was still at school, preferring to tinker with a go-kart than to sit in class. He graduated to speedway racing, then to a rocket bike.
Well, shortly before it was completed, they actually, the mob that controls drag racing in Australia, notified me by letter saying the thing was banned, that I weren't allowed to take it to any drag strips in Australia.
By the beginning of the 80s, he had his first jet car.
Both shoots have now failed, and our first thoughts are that Ross may be lying seriously injured in the bush. There's a rush of reporters and photographers to the scene. The car has stopped just 2 metres short of a strong wire fence, which would surely have killed Rosco McGlashan. All that saved him was a mound of dirt.
Lost both shoots there. That one tore to bits and the other one tore off.
You're okay?
Yeah.
This was the beginning of the battle to break the world land speed record. Over the next 10 years, scores of volunteers and his wife Cheryl would help Rosco McGlashan realise a dream that many people thought was impossible. For an ordinary working-class bloke to build a car that would travel at 1,100 kilometres an hour, a car that had the potential to break the sound barrier.